You know that feeling when you're standing up to give a presentation or a speech, or finally asking that person out that you like, or maybe even beginning that business that you've always been dreaming about. You're excited at first, but then it hits, that one voice in your head. What if I fail? What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm not good enough? Well, that fear of failure is the only thing that's keeping you from becoming your fullest self, from reaching all of your goals. Because every great idea, every successful business, every real love story, they all begin on the other side of fear. And no one proves this more than Jordan Peele, the Oscar-winning filmmaker behind Get Out, Us, and Nope. While it may seem like Jordan Peele's greatest talent is his filmmaking, directing, or his writing, his real power is his wisdom. And he's used this wisdom to do what most people only dream of doing: breaking box office records, winning an Academy Award, and changing culture forever. And no, his tricks to success aren't just vague pieces of motivational advice that you've heard a million times. Jordan Peele learned the secrets to success the hard way, when it looked like his dreams of becoming a filmmaker might not happen.
I almost never became a director.
So in this video, I'm breaking down the 3 secrets to Jordan Peele's success, so you can stop running from fear and self-doubt and actually use it to unlock complete genius and unstoppable talent that's locked away in you.
And action.
The first key to unlocking that unstoppable potential inside of you is creativity. But not the kind that most people imagine, no. It's not about waiting for inspiration to strike or being born with some rare talent. Real creativity is about tapping into everything you already have and transforming it into something new. Jordan Peele described his own process this way.
My creative engine, it's a combination of my friends and family and people around me. It's a combination of all the films I've watched, and it's also this other weird thing that happens when, I have a weird dream or a weird idea.
His genius, it didn't appear out of nowhere. It came from mixing together what was already around him and what was inside him: his relationships, his influences, his fears, his dreams, and his nightmares. By combining all that, he created something that no one else could have. And that's the truth about originality. It's about putting together the pieces that you already have in front of you. Aristotle called this phronesis, the wisdom that doesn't come from theory, but rather from your lived experience. And that's exactly what Peele uses. He turns the raw material of his life into art. And this same principle applies to anyone. You don't need to invent something from nothing. You need to notice what's already around you and remix it in a way that only you can. So if you've ever thought, I'm not the most creative in the room, remember this: you don't need to be. The first key to unlocking genius is realizing that creativity isn't hiding somewhere else. It's already inside you, waiting to be combined, waiting to be shaped, waiting to be sculpted. Secret number 2. Remember when you started a hobby out just for fun? Maybe it was when you were younger. Maybe it was drawing, playing guitar, riding a skateboard, or even gaming. And you actually got kind of good at it. But then something changed. People started expecting something from you. Teachers wanted grades. Friends asked you to perform. Or you started comparing yourself to other people online. Suddenly it wasn't fun anymore, and you felt pressure to grind. And the more you forced it, the faster you burned out. That's really the trap that most of us fall for. The moment joy turns into pressure, we totally stop growing. So here's the second key to unlocking your unstoppable potential: joy. The ability to keep play at the center of your process. For Peele, having fun wasn't a distraction. It was the compass.
Part of the process for me was following the fun.
Even while working on Get Out, a project that could have easily crushed him with the deadlines and the self-doubt, he protected having fun as part of the process. He researched things that would never end up in the film, chased ideas just because they amused him, and followed the laughter. That play kept him from quitting when the pressure got heavy. The philosopher Friedrich Schiller put it bluntly: man is only fully human when he plays. Schiller's point is that play isn't the opposite of the work. No, it's the condition that makes real work possible. When you treat everything like a grind, your spirit collapses, you run out of stamina, you burn out quickly. But when you approach it like play, like a hobby, you unlock imagination, stamina, and a persistence that you just can't fake. So that's the second key. Follow the fun. If you've ever wondered why you burned out on a dream, it's probably because you squeezed all the joy out of it. To unlock genius, you have to bring the joy back. Treat your goals like hobbies. Experiment, Chase what excites you, even if it never counts. Because play isn't a waste of time, it's the fuel that makes you unstoppable. But before I continue, I have been working on a project for a whole year, and it's finally coming out. I'm releasing 6 fragrances. I'll probably play a commercial right now. What's up, I'm Henry, and I just spent my entire year doing what every creator refuses to do. Making the product myself. Every influencer you follow, they just slap their name on a factory product and cash a check. Well, I don't. No team, no factory, no shortcuts. Just me in my bedroom, obsessed with making something real. 6 fragrances, hand-poured. Once they're gone forever. They drop October 1st at 12 p.m., starting with the fragrance, Secrets in the Library. I'll see you then. They come out on October 1st, and I'm very excited. Back to the video.
That was a commercial.
Secret number 3. Think about all the parts that you try hardest to hide. Your hairline, your insecurities, your jealousy, your anger, and your doubts. Most people, they bury these parts, hoping that no one will notice. But the third key to unlocking your unstoppable potential, your true genius, well, it's the opposite. You have to face your fears. And I know that sounds corny, but hear me out. You have to become the monster instead of hiding it. Jordan Peele once said,
I realized that the only way to battle the unpleasantness of my own nightmares was to become one of the monsters.
At first, that quote sounds kind of disturbing, but it's actually the biggest secret to his art, to his unstoppable creative genius. By stepping into his nightmares instead of avoiding them, Jordan Peele found the raw material for his films. He stopped letting fear and self-doubt chase him, and instead he made fear work for him. Psychologist Carl Jung called this shadow integration, the process of accepting the dark parts of ourselves rather than repressing them. Because sometimes the monster, our fear, is the only one telling the truth everyone else is too scared to say. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche put it like this: one must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star. What he meant was that you need a little bit of chaos, you need insecurities, you need those dark parts of yourself that you try to hide in order to create something beautiful, in order to unlock your full potential and your truest genius. So that's the third key to Jordan Peele's wild success. Become the monster. Integrate your shadow. Don't push away the darkest parts of you. Stop pretending to be perfect. Own your flaws, because what you hide will always control you. But what you embrace, that can empower you. When you put it all together, Jordan Peele's success isn't about talent, luck, or being born into success. His secret is choosing to face the fear instead of running from it, to keep joy at the center of his work, and to look within himself to find his creativity, even when that creativity comes from the darkest parts of himself. Fear, fun, and creativity, these are the 3 keys to Jordan Peele's success. Because becoming unstoppable doesn't mean becoming perfect. It means becoming whole. It means embracing every part of yourself, the light, the dark, the doubts, the dreams, and using them as fuel. So don't run from your monster, wear it. Let it become your strength. Because if Jordan Peele can turn fear into genius, then so can you. Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, you hit the sub button and I'll see you next week. If you want to go even further than that, there are memberships right here. Again, I really appreciate you watching. I'll see you next week. Peace and love.